Hello and welcome back for another fountain pen review. Today I'll be reviewing the Pilot Vanishing Point. Now this one has been used quite extensively by me at work. I work in an industrial environment, so it does cop a fair bit of hammering. Alright, so to start off, this was originally the matte black version, or the stealth version. It came with originally a black coated gold nib. I had it in medium, but I do have that nib still at work. At the moment I've currently got I believe it was a John Mottershaw broad stub conversion on it. It's quite a nice, these are quite good pens because they're handy because they're just a click and you're right straight away. It's one of the reasons I got it for work, because it was nice and easy for signing things and doing paperwork. It's also quite a decent sized pen. The clip is quite nice. I've never had any issues with it. It slips over my pocket quite well. I'm lucky I've got deep pockets, so it fits in. I've never had the issue of pushing out the nib while it's in the pocket, because that was a concern of mine, that the bottom of the pocket might push up and I might stab myself or get ink on my clothes. Never had that problem with this pen, because it takes quite a fair way before it even starts coming out. So you got to almost depress it half the way before it even starts to come out. That's quite nice. Some people have issues. Where the clip is right where you hold it. There's two little indents on either side of the clip, and that's where you really should hold it, somewhere around there. I don't have any problems with that clip. I've got quite used to it and I quite like it. It stops the nib from rotating in my hand, and if I'm not looking where I'm grabbing the pen when I pull it out my pocket, pull it out, go to sign something, because I can feel that clip, I immediately know how the pen's orientated. Especially with having the stub nib that's currently on it, it's very important to orientate the pen correctly or it won't write. The click mechanism, I've never had that fail. That's a great setup. To fill up the pen, you have to unscrew it. You take out the unit here. It takes a standard Pilot Con 50 converter, yeah, that's the unit just there. So it's got quite a large nib on it. It's quite a nice little setup. When you put it back in, there's this little piece just here. It needs to line up with the gap in the unit. It lines up and fits in perfectly. Then you just screw it on and it's ready to write. Alright, so I'll show you some more detail in the writing sample, and yeah, that's about all. Let's get to it. Okay, so I forgot to mention the dimensions in the review. Length is 140 millimeters. The grip section around here is 11 millimeters. 13 millimeters for the barrel up here, and the weight is 29.63 grams. Now on mine, you can see here where it's being worn in by clicking or clicking excessively. There's also some wear through here and a lot of scratches, which might be a bit hard to see. But yeah, there's a lot of wear on this pen. The only problem that I've really had with this pen is this cap part came off, but I just put it back on and used a little bit of Celastic, and it's been on there perfectly since. The nib that I've got on here is a stub nib. I've used the gold because I like the gold nibs. So it's quite a nice stub. So this isn't typically what you'd get with a Pilot Vanishing Point, but I'll do the writing sample anyway. Like I said, it originally came with a black medium nib, but this one I'll prefer much more. So I believe it's a John Mottershaw broad stub. You can see the bit of line variation there. Do a quick quote. So yeah, I love this nib. It feed keeps up excellently well. I've never had skipping or feed issues, even with the medium stub that it came with. This ink is actually Iroshizuku Konpeki. These nibs do have a little bit of flex to them, not much, but it's enough to help provide some shading. So there's no flex, there's no pressure, and there's a little bit. So you might be able to see that. It's a little bit of flex. Obviously this nib has natural line variation purely because it's a stub. But yeah, these pens are great for gold nib pens. They're not the most blaringly obvious fountain pen out there. You know, you can't see a huge nib on it, but they're quite understated. They do a great job, and they're so easy to use. The cut converter on these are, I believe I mentioned the Con 50, so they don't hold the greatest amount of ink, but you know, there's always detractions. Those grooves I was talking about earlier, don't know if you can see just there. That's where the nib's designed to be held, so I hold it like that, and that doesn't get in the way at all on the clip. Alright, so thanks for watching. I definitely recommend the Pilot VP as a pen. It's a great workhorse, and even though mine's quite badly damaged and scratched, I still use it every day at work. Alright, thanks for watching.